Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to our chemistry class. Let us continue our topic on inorganic spectroscopy. Okay friends, let us start. Now let us see NMR scale. Okay. See, we know that in NMR scale, see, for standard or reference, usually we take tetramethylsilane. Yeah, tetramethylsilane, and its chemical shift value is 0. Okay. See, already I have discussed about this scale in my previous class. Just I want to add a few most important points regarding this scale. That's why I am repeating this. Okay. See, okay, this is the standard and this is tetramethylsilane and its chemical shift value is 0. Okay, whenever we move towards the right side, means here we will get negative values. See, these are these are the chemical shift values, and the units of chemical shift values are parts per million. We know this. Yeah. See, whenever we move towards the negative side, means negative value side, this is upfield. Upfield means highly shielded region. Okay, highly shielded region, and this is mostly used in inorganic spectroscopy. See, the same thing but just quite opposite to this. Okay, see, whenever we move towards the electronegative atom side or towards the left side, yeah, this is downfield, that is de-shielded, and this is mostly used in organic spectroscopy. Okay, I hope you understood. This is a minimum basics. Yeah, that's why I have repeated. Okay, yeah, next, see, in our previous class we have discussed, yeah, metal hydrides. We know hydrogen is more electronegative. Yeah, that's why here I have mentioned partial negative charge and metal is partial positive charge. See, next, identification of metal and hydride bond which are directly attached, means, see, whenever we get the negative chemical shift value, means whenever we will get this negative shift value, already I discussed, means from D1 to D9. D1 to D9 means we will get negative values, right? Yeah. See, D1 to D9 we will get negative values. So, whenever we will get negative value, it indicates that in between metal and hydrogen bond is present. Okay. Yeah, just a second. See friends, here just I am repeating. See, in our previous class we have already discussed, from D1 to D9 we will get negative chemical shift values, and if we get negative values it indicates that metal and hydrogen has bond. Okay, that we had to know. See, observe this complex. We know here this is a metal and this is hydrogen. We have written this complex in its structural form. Yeah. See, here its chemical shift value is minus 10.7 parts per million. Means here we got negative value. Means negative value indicates that in between the metal and hydrogen bond is present. Okay. Next, see, here also same thing. Here the metal is attached to hydrogen. Means how we can confirm that in between metal and hydrogen bond is present. How we can confirm is just based on chemical shift value. See, here also the chemical shift value is in negative, means minus 7.5 parts per million. Means this negative value indicates that in between metal and hydrogen bond is present. Okay. See, note, this is the point which we had to remember. Okay. See, negative value indicates that metal and hydrogen are directly bonded. Yeah. Next, see, this is most important friends. Yeah, multinuclear NMR. Okay, multinuclear NMR. NMR means nuclear magnetic resonance. Okay, see, in multinuclear NMR we had to look at these two because these are quite important. Okay, yeah, non-quadrupolar multinuclear NMR and quadrupolar multinuclear NMR. These two are very important friends. Just try to focus on the differences between these two because it is mandatory to know the differences between these two friends. Yeah, that's why I have written like this. Okay, see, first we have to know the spin value. See, first let us see non-quadrupolar. Later we will go through quadrupolar. Okay, first non-quadrupolar multinuclear NMR. Okay, for this the spin value is half, exactly half. Okay, for non-quadrupolar multinuclear NMR, spin value is half. Okay. Next, spectra means here the spectral abundance is 99 or 100%. Okay. Here the spectral abundance is almost 99 or 100%. Next, here the spectra is sharp. Okay. Spectra is sharp. And the example for non-quadrupolar multinuclear NMR is concentrated nuclei. Okay. Yeah. Next, quadrupolar multinuclear NMR. Okay. Quadrupolar multinuclear NMR. Here the spin value is more than half. See, here the spin value is only a half, but here the spin value is more than half. Okay, here the spectral abundance is 99 or 100%, but here the spectral abundance is only 12% or 15%. Okay, yeah. Here the spectra is sharp, but here the spectra is broad. Okay. Next, see here I am just why I have noted like this means we have to study comparatively, then it is very easy for us to understand and to remember. Okay. Next means we may get doubt why here we are getting the spectra as broad, means the reason for this is just because of interaction between electric field gradient and nuclear. Okay, electric field gradient and nuclear quadrupole moment. Okay, so due to the interaction between electric field gradient and nuclear quadrupole moment, here we are getting broad spectra. Okay, this we have to remember. And here the example is dilute nuclei. For this the example is concentrated nuclei, but here the example is dilute nuclei. And see, in non-quad means this is very simple. See, in this quadrupolar multinuclear NMR we will get one extra point, and this is very important, that is relaxation time. We can also call this relaxation time as NMR relaxation. Okay, in my next class I will clearly explain about this NMR relaxation or relaxation time. I hope you understood, friends. Just simple, friends. I want to revise it in a quick manner. Just have a little bit focus on this. See, this is NMR scale. We know that this is a tetramethylsilane and its chemical shift value is 0. Whenever we move towards the right side, means upfield, high shielding and mostly used in inorganic spectroscopy. Whenever we move towards the left side, this is downfielding, deshielding, mostly used in organic spectroscopy. See, this is very simple, means see, if just we have to observe the chemical shift value. If we get negative chemical shift value, means here the negative chemical shift value indicates that metal and hydrogen are directly bonded. This one we have to important. And multinuclear NMR. See, it is two types, non-quadrupolar multinuclear NMR and quadrupolar multinuclear NMR. See, just we have to study, means we have studied comparatively, right? Yeah, its spin value is half, here it is more than half. Spectra is almost 100% abundance, it is about 12% or 15%. Here the spectra is short, it is broad, and also we have, means here also we have explained, means we discussed the reason for the broad spectra. We know, means the reason for getting the broad spectra is because of interaction between electric field gradient and nuclear quadrupole moment. So here we are getting broad spectra, and example is concentrated nuclei, and for this the example is dilute nuclei. And in this quadrupolar multinuclear NMR we had to discuss about the relaxation time and NMR relaxation. Of course, this is very important, that's why I am going to discuss about this in my next video, friends. I hope you understood. Thank you, friends.